Come with me as I go to a wedding as a solo guest. That's right, I might now be in a relationship, but I was invited to a wedding on my own. And no, it wasn't even a thing to question having a plus one at all. I know this person and I hang out with this person, the bride, as an individual. And whilst I have met their partner a fair number of times now, we generally hang out just the two of us. So it makes total sense to me to be going on my own. I barely know anybody, let alone my own partner. And I was invited as a full day guest. Now, shortly before the wedding, I was asked a couple of weeks ahead of time if I would do the music. Amazing, now I've got a role, and that does help with the day. Although the music is only a very small part of the day. So after attending the hen do in a very similar situation, and creating what I would call the best ever reel known to man for a hen do, I was like, mate, do you have a videographer? And my friend bride turned to me and said, no, I don't. And I said, look, do you want me to make some content from the day? Which is literally what you are seeing right now. Because whatever wedding you're going to, if you're going on your own, whether you're actually coupled up or you're single, it takes a lot to get through the day. And hey, I'm not a drinker either. So I'm doing this predominantly sober as well, from 1 p.m. till whatever time I leave. Now, of course, I did the classic of asking someone to take some photos of me, because otherwise I'm not going to feature in anything right now. And these photos came out stunning, so thank you to the person that took these pictures. And I was also on a table of people that also didn't really know many other people. Now, I have met many of these people before. I've been around some of the people that have been at the wedding thanks to previous parties that the bride and groom have held. But when I say I know them, it's not like I know them well enough to know what's going on in their lives in general. I know enough to keep small talk going. And there is only so long small talk can go on for. So having this job as content creator for somebody's wedding, and you can do this without even having to ask, but if they've got a videographer, then, you know, it's almost a bit pointless. It makes all the difference to how much time you are preoccupied with other stuff. And don't get me wrong, there were little bits where I took breaks and I didn't talk to anyone for a little bit. Had a little chill, took in the lovely weather and sat on my own. And then there were times where I was walking around the room, catching up with people that I hadn't seen for a while, talking to many of the pregnant guests about how far along they were, sussing out all the food, ice creams, pizzas, you name it, I was on it first. Going to a wedding on your own is what you make of it. I put myself in a realm of what I love, which is content creation. I don't feel obliged to be talking all the time, and I don't feel obliged to stay right until the very end, because that is a push, but it was still the most beaut day.